Welcome to Vatican City, the smallest country in the world. Home to the Pope, Michelangelo's greatest hits, and exactly 0 private homeowners. Yes, you heard that right. In a world where everyone is obsessed with owning real estate, Vatican City has said, nah, we'll pass. No condos, no mansions, no backyard barbecues, just one landlord for everything. And we'll get to who that is in a second, and stick around till the end because I'm going to reveal a crazy secret about Vatican property ownership that most people don't know. It might just change how you see real estate forever. Why does no one own property in Vatican City? First things first, Vatican City is not your regular country. It's 44 hectares small. That's about 0.17 square miles, so tiny you could walk across the entire country in 20 minutes. But despite being minuscule, it's got over 1,000 residents, priests, cardinals, and the Pope himself. Yet, not a single one of them owns a house, an apartment, or even a parking spot. Why? Because in Vatican City, all land and buildings belong to one entity, the Holy See. If the Holy See were a landlord, it would have the ultimate monopoly. Imagine trying to buy a house and hearing, sorry, everything's already taken by God. How does the Vatican control its real estate? So, if the Pope and the Church own everything, who decides what gets built and who lives where? Enter the Holy See, basically the Vatican's government. This powerful institution manages all real estate, decides who lives where, and even controls some properties outside Vatican City. Yep, they own land in Italy and beyond. But real estate in Vatican City serves very specific purposes, such as religious spaces, St. Peter's Basilica, one of the most famous churches in the world, standing on the supposed burial site of St. Peter, not for sale. And then Sistine Chapel, where popes are elected, featuring Michelangelo's legendary ceiling. Again, not on the market. The second purpose they serve is administrative offices. The Vatican isn't just a place of worship, it's a fully functioning country. So a big chunk of its buildings are used for governing the Catholic Church, managing finances, and handling diplomatic affairs. The third purpose is for museums and cultural landmarks. The Vatican museums house some of the most priceless art in history, including the Sistine Chapel ceiling. Imagine trying to buy a property there.
How many bedrooms?
Well, just one. But it comes with a Michelangelo painting worth $1 billion.
Does it come with a parking spot, though?
Real estate in the Vatican also serves the purpose of being the Pope's crib, also called an apostolic palace. The apostolic palace is where the Pope lives. Fun fact, the Pope could technically evict himself, but so far no Pope has given himself a 30-day notice. Okay, moving on. Why is there no private property? Let's dive into the real religious reason. You might be wondering, why can't people just own houses here? Well, it all comes down to religious ideology. The Vatican follows the principle that property is meant for the common good rather than individual wealth. This idea is rooted in Christianity itself. Acts of the Apostles literally says,
No one said that any of the things that belonged to him was his own, but they had everything in common.
So, what you're saying is, I should move to Vatican City.
Pope Francis even said, private property is not an absolute right. It's a secondary right that should serve the greater good. So, instead of luxury apartments, the Vatican's land is used for religion, governance, and preserving culture. But wait, here's the big secret. All right, you stuck around, so let's drop the biggest secret about Vatican real estate. While no one owns property inside Vatican City, the Vatican actually owns property outside of Vatican City, and a lot of it. How much? Over 5,000 properties in countries all over the world. Yep, the Vatican might have no private property inside its borders, but it's actually one of the biggest landlords in Europe. They own luxury apartments in London, they have properties across Italy, Switzerland, and even Paris. And yes, some of these properties are rented out for profit.
So, what's your budget? Oh, eternal salvation? Sorry, we only take euros.
This has led to some controversies, with critics questioning how a religious institution can justify owning millions in prime real estate while preaching humility. But at the end of the day, Vatican City itself remains real estate free for individuals, following a unique model unlike anywhere else in the world. So, to recap, nobody owns private property in Vatican City. The Holy See owns everything and decides who lives where. Real estate is used for religion, governance, and preserving history. The Vatican actually owns tons of property outside Vatican City, and yet, if you ask a priest living there if he owns his home, he'll probably just shrug and say, "I live in God's house." So finally, let me ask you, would you live in a place where you could never own property, but everything is taken care of? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe to Global Keys for more insane real estate stories. See you in the next one!